He was called the King of Pop, a man whose voice crossed borders, whose dance moves changed music forever, and whose name became larger than fame itself. Michael Jackson was not just a singer, he was a phenomenon. But behind the moonwalk, the white glove, the sold-out stadiums, and the screaming fans, there was another story. A story of isolation, suspicion, allegations, courtroom battles, media trials, and unanswered questions. Was Michael Jackson a misunderstood genius destroyed by fame? Or was there a darker truth hidden behind the walls of Neverland? Tonight, on Hidden Verdict, we enter one of the most controversial legacies in entertainment history. Hidden Verdict: controversies, mysteries, untold stories. Michael Jackson's story began like a dream. A child with a voice beyond his years. A little boy standing beside his brothers in the Jackson 5. A young performer who could command a stage before he even understood the weight of fame. But childhood fame is not normal childhood. While other children played freely, Michael rehearsed. While others made mistakes in private, Michael grew up under lights, cameras, and pressure. Slowly, the boy became the brand. Then came the solo years. Off the Wall, Thriller, Bad, Dangerous. Every album made him bigger. Every performance made him less human in the eyes of the world. He was no longer just Michael, he was the King of Pop. By the late 1980s and early 1990s, Michael Jackson's image had changed. His appearance changed, his lifestyle became more private, and the media became obsessed. Every move became a headline. His face, his skin, his surgeries, his friendships, his home, his silence. Then came Neverland Ranch. To Michael, it was a dream world, a place with rides, animals, games, and fantasy. To fans, it looked magical. But to critics, Neverland became something else, a symbol of suspicion. Why was an adult superstar surrounding himself with children? Was it innocence? Was it loneliness? Or was the world seeing something it did not fully understand? The stage lights were still bright, but the shadows around Michael Jackson were growing. In the 1990s, serious allegations were made against Michael Jackson. The accusations shook the world. For some, they were impossible to believe. For others, they confirmed a suspicion that had been building for years. Michael Jackson denied wrongdoing. His supporters said he was being targeted because of his money, fame, and unusual lifestyle. His critics said the allegations were too serious to dismiss, and the media turned the story into a global spectacle. Every detail was discussed, every photo was analyzed, every expression became evidence in the court of public opinion. But public opinion is not a courtroom, and suspicion is not a verdict. In 2005, Michael Jackson faced a criminal trial in California. The world watched, witnesses testified, lawyers battled, fans gathered outside the courthouse, reporters followed every movement. For months, Michael Jackson's life was no longer only a music story, it was a courtroom drama. Then came the verdict. Michael Jackson was acquitted of all charges. To his supporters, the acquittal proved he had been falsely accused. To his critics, it did not erase their doubts. Legally, the courtroom had spoken, but socially, the world remained divided. Michael walked out free, but he did not walk out untouched. After the trial, Michael Jackson was never the same public figure. His finances were under pressure, his public image was damaged, his health appeared fragile, and his relationship with fame became even more complicated. Then came the comeback plan, a massive concert series called This Is It. It was supposed to be his return. The King of Pop was preparing to stand on stage again. But on the 25th of June 2009, Michael Jackson died in Los Angeles. The world froze. Fans gathered, news channels ran non-stop coverage, and the question changed. It was no longer only what happened during Michael Jackson's life. Now it was what happened in his final hours. His death brought grief, shock, and more controversy. Michael Jackson's life had ended before the comeback began, and death made the mystery even larger, because once a person is gone, their story belongs to everyone. Years after his death, the controversy returned with force. In 2019, the documentary Leaving Neverland brought renewed attention to allegations against Michael Jackson through the accounts of Wade Robson and James Safechuck. The documentary was praised by some as powerful testimony, but it was strongly rejected by Jackson's estate, which called it one-sided and false. Once again, the world split into camps. Some believe the documentary changed everything. Others said it ignored evidence, contradictions, and earlier statements. Michael Jackson was gone. He could no longer speak. But the battle over his name continued. This is where the Michael Jackson story becomes bigger than one man. It becomes a question about fame. Can a person be both brilliant and deeply controversial? Can art be separated from the artist? Can a courtroom verdict end public suspicion? Michael Jackson's defenders say he was an easy target, rich, strange, isolated, and surrounded by people who wanted money. His critics say fame protected him for too long. Both sides claim they are defending truth. There is no simple way to tell the Michael Jackson story. The child star was also a child under pressure. The global icon was also a lonely man. Neverland was either a dream world or a place that raised serious questions. The 2005 trial ended in acquittal, but not in public agreement. His death brought grief, but not silence. And even today, his music plays across the world. The songs remain immortal, but the man behind them remains contested. Michael Jackson lived as one of the most famous humans on earth. He changed music, he changed dance, he changed entertainment forever. But he also left behind one of the most complicated legacies in modern history. To millions, he is still the king of pop. To others, his name will always carry unanswered questions. The court acquitted him, the media judged him, the fans defended him, the critics questioned him, and history is still deciding. So tonight's question is, was Michael Jackson a misunderstood genius destroyed by fame, or does the shadow behind Neverland still demand answers? Write your verdict in the comments. This was Hidden Verdict: Controversies, Mysteries, Untold Stories.